Our first question, we're going to start with one variable summary. 2011, where did the students come from? On the tutorial, I've got it written as univariate. Uni means one, like unicycle, like unicorn. Univariate, one variable summary. 2011, where did the students who enrolled at UC Davis come from? The best way to visualize this information might be to use a pie chart. So we've got one whole group of people, the enrolled students in 2011, and they're divided into categories that are showing a part to whole relationship. And that's what pie charts do really well. We don't really like pie charts that much. We're starting with them. We won't do much more with them. But let's at least make sure that we know how to do them and how they work. So you would never use a pie chart to display data that isn't a single pie that's been cut up into pieces. I'm going to start by selecting the 4 pieces of data. You know what? I'm going to select their labels as well. So I'm going to click and drag from A2 down to B5 and let up. So I have highlighted the labels and the data. And I'm going to come up to my insert ribbon, and along where the charts are, I'm going to look for the pie chart, and I'm just going to choose that first option. So we have a basic generated chart. We tend to read clockwise. So we want to start with the largest piece of the pie at the top. If you've got more than about 5 slices, you'd want to do something other than a pie chart. You don't want to use 3D. That adds no information. It can be deceptive. The point of the pie chart is the amount of the pie that is in each of these categories. So what we're really encouraging our readers to do is to look at the angles of the pie, of the pieces of the pie. And we don't want to do anything that distorts those angles. So now we're going to format that chart. We want to use shades of the same color as the for the slices of the pie. Having that bright orange and that gray really is very distracting. So let's see what our chart design options are. We have a change colors right here, and monochromatic is one of the options. So shades of the same color. If we want to get rid of those white lines around the pieces of the pie, it looks like we've got some standard formats under the chart design ribbon. The next thing we need to do is to clarify, well, the chart title and clarify the legend for what the pieces of the pie mean. So charts need titles. We single click on the chart title to select it. If we double click on it, we highlight one word, we select one word. If we triple click, we select the whole writing. Now we want a title for it. The classic title, the standard title that you should always consider first is outcome variable by predictor variable. So what's our outcome variable in this case? How about enrollment by, so it's enrollment at UC Davis by, what was the predictor variable? How about residency? So it's got a title. I'm not sure I like the legend down there. That doesn't seem to be very clear. Let's see how we can change that. So I'm coming up to the ribbon, the chart design ribbon, under add chart element, and legend is an option, and I can see that I can delete it completely, or I can put it on the right, the top, the left, the bottom. Let's try it on the right. All right. Let's see if we can increase the font. I've just got that area of the chart selected. And I'm going to come and increase the font. I think that this is the pie chart for us. This clearly tells the story of enrollment by residency, and you should be able to see as clearly as your audience will see that the majority of enrollment comes from California. UC Davis primarily enrolls Californians. That might be a good sentence to begin with. Speaking of sentences and narrative, we're going to be writing this up. You're now going to select this graph, this pie chart, and copy it and paste it into a Word document. And from there, you're going to start writing the story of this data.